Interesting because we actually been coming down, dripping lower here. I mean, that it was down, market was down about 1% yesterday and close to about 0.8% today. And we're still not seeing that oscillator coming down, hitting that oversold level where it kind of sort of elevated. And this could potentially favor the buyers. Ladies and gentlemen, Kim here. Welcome to the daily update. Hope you guys had a good day trading. Today, market is down about 0.8%. There. On the S&P Nasdaq, 0.6%. Semiconductor, same. Dow also. Russell 2000, transport, banks, energy, all these guys are red. Biotech slightly green along with the emerging market. Healthcare, home builders, utility, emerging retail, these guys are down as well. Bitcoin up, gold, silver miners are down. Dollar flat, oil down, treasury bond down, VIX down as well. Let's do with the S&P 500 ETF. Spider! 65-minute chart here. So this is where we closed yesterday. And looks like we actually saw a up gap this morning. Similar to what we saw yesterday. However, that up gap isn't gonna do much without the follow through and strength because, as we talked about extensively yesterday, the micro-term moving average is now supporting the bears for this entire week. As you can see, that micro-term coming down. And inevitably, when we did see that pop here on that first hour, bulls made a run for it though, as you can see on that upper wick. But we came down, closed the first hour below the micro-term, and ever since then, the micro-term just pushing the price down, and there's nothing bulls can do anything about this with these puny little upticks here with all these upper wicks. As I've covered this yesterday, that gap area is gonna be the key going forward. So now we're hitting that level at 394, 395. Keep in mind, we got this up gap that was opened up middle of July. You can see we're now getting to the near to that level. This is an island top reversal gap right here. That gap was protected by the boss bears, came down. Price came down very, very fast. Now we're back at this up gap area. And this is a rather decent size up gap, 390, 394. So if the buyers want to shoot back, want to take some back from the sellers, buyers make sure to protect this up gap. And you could potentially see some pop here, possibly at least to about 4 or 5. As you can see here, my micro-term is really pressuring the bears or the buyers in the last several days. But at least I think if there's any kind of pop here, short-term moving average coming down at 406 and my mid-term at 412. So you can see short-term, mid-term, micro-term, all these moving averages are supporting the sellers, right? Let's check out that oscillator. So interesting looking oscillator here. You can see that oscillator is still sort of elevated. As you can see right here, this thing does not want to go down. Interesting because we actually been coming down, dripping lower here. I mean, it was down, market was down about 1% yesterday and close to about 0.8% today. And we're still not seeing that oscillator coming down, hitting that oversold level where it kind of sort of elevated. And this could potentially favor the buyers. If this thing starts to really make its turn up with the price to substantiate that signal. Keep in mind that micro-term's been pushing it down. But if we start to get this extension continuously, while the bulls are working this potential bullish divergence, right? Lower lows on the price action and potential higher lows. Again, that could set up for some sort of pop here, and bulls potentially look for about 405, 406. If you're a seller here and you want to continue to see blood in the streets, you make sure to fill that gap 390 make sure bulls do not play around in this vicinity because bulls been getting very, very agitated. So this level, 395, 390, is an important level, and that's gonna set the tone for next. We're gonna come back for you. We'll reassess the situation. Enjoy your evening. Good luck training tomorrow.